Begits, hey, what's up, guys? What's going on? Welcome back. Hope y'all doing well. So normally I abstain from making these kind of videos just because it's not really my peanut butter and jelly. It's not my bread and butter. I don't really care. I don't really care what KDB does, where he goes for vacation, what Manuel Neuer, whether he eats his veggies or not, or what Neymar's favorite color is. I don't care. I've never cared. I've never even cared about the transfer market all that much. If anybody was talking about something, I'd be like kind of interested, but not really. But since I'm doing this now, I think it's in my best interest that I pay attention to that kind of stuff, not the personal lives of players, of course. And besides, every article that you read on this, it's never the actual title. It just blabbers on about something else, and it mentions the title, briefly, and then it never really answers it. It never really gives you the actual scoop on what's going on. So I never really cared. But my sister suggested it, and I said, why not? So thanks, Angie. So when I heard that the Saudis offered Messi the $1 billion contract, I instinctively said, no, he's not going over there. There's no way he's not going there. He doesn't even know English. Not that you need English to go to Saudi Arabia. And besides, he's going to have a translator everywhere he goes, so no problem there. I mean, he's not the kind of person to, I don't know how to say it, like to open his mind. That's not his personality. He was in Paris and, 2 years and not a lick of French. And then there's a whole like, oh, he wasn't happy. His wife wasn't happy. I know mostly that was due to the season that they were having and the booing that he was going through, which kind of sucks because I thought he had a decent enough season. I thought he played pretty well. Not enough to be a candidate for the Ballon d'Or. No, that's because of the World Cup, but no, he didn't have that good of a season at PSG. So yeah, it just, even before the Inter Miami deal came through, like there was no mention of that. I said, there's no way he's going to go there. I thought he was going to go back to Barcelona, or maybe even I was thinking Argentina. But the whole Argentina thing is like, in Barcelona, I think Messi could get away with a lot, like not risking his body. And I think because it's not that Argentinian soccer is much more physical than La Liga. I'm not saying that, or maybe it is a little bit more, but whatever team he's in Argentina, I think the fans are going to really demand him to, lunge and put his body at risk for those 50-50 balls, for instance. And Messi's at that point that, bro, why would I do that? So, yeah, I didn't think he was going to go to Saudi Arabia. I would have wanted him to go to Saudi Arabia just because of that, ludicrous contract. Not because I'm money, driven or anything like that, but just because how cool that nobody has been offered that. It's unprecedented. So take it, man. Take it. More so, I wanted him to go to Saudi Arabia more than Ronaldo. I wanted Ronaldo to come to here. I was like thinking he'd be perfect for LA, for his brand, for his image, for his ego. LA would be a perfect fit for Ronaldo. Ronaldo and LA, just match made in heaven right there. It didn't happen. It probably could still happen, and I'm sure LA would wait for him with open arms, right? So I didn't want that for Ronaldo. I did want that for Messi, again, just because of the $1 billion deal. And I mean, he could have played 3 years there, and by the time he finishes his contract over there, 38, he still could come to the MLS. But alas, it didn't happen. It didn't go through. It's great to have him here. It's really great to have him here. But I think, the whole English thing, which, my personal view is like you live in a country for like, I don't know, a couple of years. You should be able to say something. You should be able to adapt. But Messi is so Argentinian, you can hear it when you hear him speak Spanish. It's like there's no room for another language in there. Like it's so thick. I don't mean that as an insult to any Argentina. It's just that's how strong it is. There's certain accents and there's also certain personality traits that people don't. It's just because it's not easy to learn a language. It certainly isn't. I thought good luck with that going to Saudi Arabia. It just doesn't seem like the kind of person to be able to fit in that environment, despite having everything. I'm sure they would have given him a palace to live in, everything. Yeah, I just didn't see that happen. I was like, no, like of course he's not doing that. It's just I was going by his personality, his character. He's not that kind of person to live over there. If he wasn't happy in Paris, what makes you think he's gonna be happy over there? I'm happy that he's here. It makes sense. There's a huge Argentinian culture and where he's gonna be living. He's gonna fit right in. Beautiful weather, a lot of things to do, a lot of events, and a little bit more anonymity, but I don't know about that. That's what I've been hearing. Like, he's not going to be in the spotlight, and he says he wants to kind of step out. That would have happened maybe 10, 15 years ago, like when Beckham was playing in LA. Not so much now, I think. I don't know. We'll see. And the other thing is also that stadium is provisionary. So it's not a big stadium. It just seems like easy for people to jump in and, you know, go after Messi. I'm sure they already thought that through and they know what they're going to do there. I mean, it's great. It's great that he's here. It's going to be good just hearing, you know, everyday people talking about him. And what I mean by people is people that don't even know nothing about the sport. It's always been something really cool whenever I hear somebody talk about it and knows nothing about it. It's nice that that's in people's mouths. Besides the usual, you know, it's always nice, you know, hearing people talking about something other than, you know, some other sport, something that's going on in the NBA, the NFL, or some celebrity or politics. Yeah, it's great. It's great. Anyways, yeah, that's those are my thoughts. Those are my 2 cents, and that's it. I'll see you soon. Peace.